This is my own fault because I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that I have like a decent laptop. So I try to record on the same device that you and I are FaceTiming on. And for those, yeah, it keeps jumping. That's why that whole little chemistry read we just did. Part of the reason why it took so long was because I couldn't figure out where my signal routing was going. So there's my degree hard at work, ladies and gents.
Okay, I just hit record.
All right, I got good signal going. I've got good volume going. I'm sure that you do because that whatever that application is that you're using now for your recording, because you're not doing Audacity, Logic, GarageBand, or anything like that now. No, you record like directly to the cloud now.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it works really well. I've found, and I'm sorry to our dear listeners, it does fall a little bit out of sync when I'm in the mixing process and like I get us lined up, and then right around the hour and 20-minute mark of our recordings, it starts to falter. So I got to do a better job of compensating for that. But for the most part, it does whatever you're doing works really well. So I think last week we sounded better than we have in a minute. I figured out some of the there were a lot of updates to Logic and dealing with like a current generation computer.
Is this going to be in the episode?
Sure, why not?
I'm just curious. I mean, they don't really need to know.
Well, let them know how the sausage is made a little bit.
It's disgusting, man. The sausage is disgusting,
dude. It's so. I think a lot of people don't like actually understand that like you get the benefit of listening to two idiots just talk for like an hour and a half every time we upload one of these things. It's not an insignificant amount of work that goes into putting these things together. Like getting everything, especially doing it remotely when we're not in the same place, like getting it all synced up and putting it together and making it sound like acceptable for you to listen to it on, Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever. This shit's hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do what I can for you guys, but also, what do you want for nothing? Pay me.
Exactly.
Anyway. Welcome back to the packierunpodcast. My name is AJ Lagambina.
And I am Dan Mayotte.
I'm sorry, I left out my middle name. I am AJ 10 and 2 Lagambina.
10 and 2? Oh yeah, 10 and 2. Yeah, we are 10 and 2.
10 and 2.
For whatever reason, my mind went to like, you know how when you're trying to drive home from a restaurant and you have like that slight buzz, kinda, and they say 10 and 2.
Oh, like
like on the steering wheel. You know what I'm talking about?
Position on the steering. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yep.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Do not drink and drive.
Do not do that. That's not cool. Yeah, wouldn't advise.
I would not advise. But that was 10 and 2 was 100% me on my way here to DC. I don't think I've ever driven a minivan in my life before. So it's like a weird hybrid between you're kind of driving a sedan, but you're also kind of driving a truck.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Yeah, that...
There was one time we needed to rent a U-Haul for something and down...
Oh, another great example.
Yeah, driving that thing down one of the narrowest streets in Boston, like one way, just 10 and 2, just be 10 and 2 and just watch your speed a little bit so you're not like cruising past and like smashing the side mirrors of cars going past.
Your knuckles are just paper white, like, oh God, stay straight.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, yep.
I mean, that's any
I,
rental vehicle for you.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Anytime you're driving, not even rental vehicles, just any vehicle that is not mine, I am. I've gotten I've gotten flamed a couple of times from like women I've been in relationships with and stuff where I drive their car and they're like, "What? You had plenty of time. Why didn't you go at that yellow light?" And I'm like, "Because this is 100% not my vehicle, and I'm not going to be the reason that we get T-boned here."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
we're gonna keep
that would
it.
be
I'm gonna take it way easy.
That'd be an insurance nightmare between like your insurance, the partner's insurance, that other person's insurance.
Yeah, I'm not playing those games.
No, you don't want to. Absolutely not.
I have played those games and they are not fun. So
you just end up lose. You lose.
Yeah, it's like well, we can. Do we want to hear how radicalized AJ has been? It's like playing the credit. It's like playing the credit game or politics or anything else. It doesn't matter what you do, you lose.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, anything involving credit cards, I mean, unless you pay back the credit card immediately, like the credit card company.
Even when you even when you do pay it back immediately, they turn around and they go, "Oh, well, you're no longer under our thumbs, so that's going to hit your credit score too." You're like, "What? What is the point?"
Or they're like, "Oh, you can pay this back automatically? You know what? Here's some more money. Fuck up."
Yeah, let's come here, little boy. There's candy in the van.
Oh, you can handle $1,000 credit card? You know what? 5,000. We believe in you. Do it.
You can handle a $5,000 credit card. Here's $1,300. And you're like, my brother in Christ, what am I going to spend $1,300 on?
Whatever you want. Just do it.
And the mistake is made for people when they do. When they go, yeah, free money, let's go. Don't do it, kids. Don't do it.
I saw a clip recently where this person thought a credit card was just free money. You didn't have to pay it back.
No. Oh my God, somebody. You don't call it fiscal responsibility, but for the love of God, put some sort of make finance part of the MCAS. Make the MCAS test, like part of it is balancing a checkbook. Please.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, they ended up in like $20,000 worth of credit card debt.
'Cause I've got $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I say that I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt.
That's insane.
The scam, Dan. The scam.
Speaking of things that aren't scams, Patriots.
Let's go. Let's talk. How good do you feel?
Ooh, well, Bengals are just bad. They're not a good team at all. Let me pull up the results. Because we won by 6, 26-20. Story of the game, kind of for both sides, it was just injuries. People were just dropping like flies.
It was injuries, and it was we've talked before about, living in the gray area. Like, it wasn't all good, it wasn't all bad. You have to live in the material reality in front of you. There were a lot of people, myself included, that were walking into Sunday afternoon saying this could be a trap game. Like, this could definitely be the game that knocks the Patriots down a peg.
That's what I was starting to think, especially being down by 10 so early. Man, someone brought up a really good point. They always start off very slow. They're really good at making adjustments, that's fantastic. That's credit to good coaching, Mike Vrabel, and the incredible work of the defensive coordinator, or the interim defensive coordinator.
And Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, and Josh McDaniels. Man, Drake May had a shaky start to the game, and down by 10. Yeah, it was reminiscent of how the Broncos have won the last couple of weeks, kind of pulling wins out of their asses. We kind of pulled this out of our ass, to be honest.
Yeah. We I don't think we entirely deserved the win. I think my biggest takeaway was what you already said. I think it was a credit to the coaching and the people on the sideline maintaining a level head and going, don't worry about it. You're Drake, you're sailing balls. Receivers, you're just not there. Ramondre Stevenson, for some reason, the only thing we ever want to do with him is just run him up the gut, even when that's not working. Travion Henderson was great, but his reps took a little bit of a hit with the inclusion of Ramondre. I think the guys on the sideline, I think Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, I think the coaching staff, this was a win for them.
Oh, absolutely. But
because
I think, there were a couple coaching blunders in this one though. Between the two timeouts that they took in the red zone and that third down, their first drive out of halftime, they had 9 shots in the goal area and they didn't score a single touchdown. I think Mike Vrabel needs to. I like the aggression to a certain extent, but that last fourth down, you should have just kicked the field goal, man. Kick the field goal. Take the points. Like it is what it is. Like I'm cool with take points when you can. I understand you want to step on their throat and you want to really put this game away early on, but you gotta take the points. Like 9 chances in down, you were bailed out by a penalty that was like an actual penalty, and then you had a bunch of other penalties in that red area. That was terrible. That was so frustrating.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from Sunday was this. This felt like a warning shot.
Yeah.
Right. Not only are you going to be down the left side of your offensive line for a little bit, not only did your quote unquote MVP level quarterback sail like it was something ridiculous. It was like 15 straight passes. Like all season and a lot of last season, all anybody could talk about was this kid's accuracy, and he just could not find the target. Like I was worried that he had the yips. And that's why I said, like, a lot of people were talking about this being a trap game. This looked like a trap game for way more time than I wanted it to. Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway is, okay, we've almost, and I say almost because obviously not. How do I put it into words? The biggest takeaway is we've got the right coaching staff, and obviously we have the right quarterback. More times than not, Drake has shown like he's the guy, he's the franchise guy. There's no question, there's no worrying about it. We don't like the most important, a lot of people say the most important position in sports, we've got it covered. But we got a real nice little like knock yourselves down a peg kind of deal that still resulted in us being number 1 in the AFC.
Yes.
Which is great. But this was a pretty big warning shot of like, hey, we got a lot of shit to buckle up here, and we got to buckle it up quickly if this is going to go the way that a lot of people keep talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the depth on this team, it just kind of like what I said earlier this season, it really depends on our injuries and like if we can keep up with our depth. I mean, our depth in certain positions is not good. Milton Williams kind of carried that run defense, and this was the first game that we had 100-yard rusher, which that's kind of nuts that we're in like week 13, or like we're in like week 12 or something like that. And this is the first time we've given up a 100-yard rusher. Milton Williams was definitely missed. Tonga going down for a few plays, that was tough. I mean, our offensive line has been very consistent all season long with Will Campbell and Jared Wilson being there. But like now that they're going to be away for a few weeks, it's going to be tough. Who's going to protect Drake? I mean, the Giants are not good on paper, but one thing they do have, and I'm looking forward to next week. Jumping ahead to a little bit next week. They have they have Brian Burns. He is a awesome pass rusher. They drafted Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, it's going to be a tough rush to go against. I would like to see next week some quick passes. I'd like to see more running the ball. Travion Henderson had a rough day, going for 66 yards, 3.7 per attempt. That's not that great. Longest attempt was 9 yards. The best way to go against a blitz is probably to include the run and like have those quick passes. That's probably what we're going to see.
And including the run, one of the most frustrating things, and it's been frustrating since long before Drake's time, long before Ramondre Stevenson's time, Josh McDaniels has this thing when it comes to the rushing offense. He is convinced that he can run it straight up the middle of the pack whenever he wants. I think Henderson's longest run was one of the only, it was like a crack toss or a straight handoff, and he went way out wide, like out towards the sidelines, and ran around people. And McDaniels just has this fascination with, no, if we, I can run it straight up the middle every time. There's just there's too much traffic, and you don't have the offensive line that allows that kind of play with the frequency that he calls that up. It doesn't work, and it's led to, honestly, I was giving Josh his flowers just a couple of minutes ago, but honest to God, I think it's part of the frustration that everybody that watches the Patriots has had with Ramondre Stevenson for like 2 or 3 years at this point. Half of it is you got to control the football. The other half is stop forcing these guys to run it up the gut when there's no gaps. Like, give them space to move and to find their own gaps instead of scheming up plays where, they spend half the game just, well, we're gonna run right past the guard. We're gonna run right past. If your running back is running next to his center that many times in a game, you're doing something wrong, regardless of whether or not it works. If your running back ends up shoulder to shoulder with his center that many times in a game, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
So stop doing it.
My biggest gripe with Josh McDaniels has always been 2nd and 10, run up the gut. Those happen all the time, and I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Or his favorite, the screen pass. The screen pass on 2nd or 3rd down, where they try to shift the formation, and even you and I are sitting on a couch somewhere and we're watching it. And we're like, yeah, and there goes the wide receiver, and there's a tackle for loss. Great. Everybody in the fucking nation watched everything that you just did pre-snap, and you didn't fool anybody.
Drake made, despite the first quarter hiccups and that interception, I thought he played mostly a good game. 22 for 35, 295, 4 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, was sacked 1 time. Not the best. Far from his worst game that we've seen, but I don't know. Something was going on. So, like, he was, bless you. He was.
Thank you.
he needed to settle down a little bit. He looked a little antsy in the pocket. And I think Drake, like it's okay to get out of the pocket and run if you need to. It's okay. He also had 5 rushing attempts for 22 yards. He has that great ability. Use it. Just slide.
Yeah,
Don't
I
be like
think
the idiot quarterback in New York, Jackson Dart, who he's had like 4 concussions this season because he just doesn't know how to slide.
yeah, you don't have to be a hero, but I think I hope my hope is that the lesson was learned here, right? We've spent 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, we've spent about a month. MVP chants in the stands, the memes, Drake May, the whole I mean a lot of NFL fans have been gassing this kid up, and they have been saying, "Oh, especially the home team fans, oh, the Patriots are back. This is, it's our time. Everybody slept on us and we're back. We're here again." I went into this game calling it a trap game and saying, "You know what? If we get our shit rocked, I'm almost okay with it because we got to get brought back down to earth." And I think that coming out with a win that came at a pretty decent cost with the injuries and everything else, that I hope that this is the best case scenario for something like that. Like, okay, we got knocked down a peg. We shouldn't have won this game. We won it anyway. Let's spend this week, counting our blessings, but really, really buckling down, because if we, over the course of the next 2 weeks, like if we fuck this up for 2 straight weeks, we can, great season, great improvement, but on to next season. If we continue to get some gutsy wins, and if we buckle down on the fundamentals while we've got a couple of star players that are not going to be on the sidelines with us, now we're talking about the kind of gutsy team that you can sit back. Like 2 weeks from now, I will allow talks about Super Bowls and MVPs and everything else. If we can pull out the next 2 wins, okay. Now I'm bought in. But until then, I'm thinking we have gotten way more than we have deserved, and I think this week showed what the real flaws are for this team.
I don't think it's the next. I mean, so next game is against the Giants. That's on next Monday night. That I think we could probably assume. Obviously, and this is what this is what I've been saying. In theory, the Patriots should win this game. In theory, all things considered, we are a better team than the Giants. I
think that's pretty definitive.
So in theory, we should beat the Giants. The real test is going to be, and then we have our bye week. After our bye week, we're going, very late bye this year. Then our bye, after our bye, it's Buffalo and Baltimore back to back. That's going to be tough. And those are the real 2 tests that I am looking forward to. Buffalo has not looked good the past couple of weeks. They've kind of fallen out. But I don't think this team is good enough to sweep the Buffalo Bills, to be blunt. I don't think we're at that level yet. I think we're going to split with them, which I think is fair. Baltimore is soaring right now. They started 1-4, and they are marching back. They're still a great team. They are healthy. That's going to be the tough game. That's going to be the game that if we beat Baltimore, I'll sit back and I'll be like, okay, maybe.
And I think I think you and I are aligned on that. We're like, if we lose to the Giants, we got issues. If we split Buffalo and Baltimore, or if we win out both of those games, all right, now we can start having conversations, like serious conversations about what does a championship run look like? Do we want to consider Drake an MVP? Do we want to, we're getting there, but I think it's still the national media talking about those subjects right now is the same. It gives me the same just gross feeling when I'm, the few streaming services I have that still show me commercials, or if I'm with my parents and I see, cable TV commercials. Like, we haven't even got past Thanksgiving yet. Why is Santa Claus on my television? What are we doing? We're going we murder millions of turkeys every year, and we can't give them the goddamn respect of a television commercial. We're just going to skip straight to December. We're just going to go straight to Christmas. Never mind the fact that I hate to be political on here, but I don't ever see a commercial with a dreidel.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? Kwanzaa? Where's my gold and green
Christmas,
and black
not
and
happy holidays?
We've got people arguing about what the fuck is going on with the Starbucks stuff this year?
That stupid cup.
It's not even. Is it war on Christmas, or is it just like a collector's item that people went like gaga over? Do you have any idea?
I think it's similar to the Labubu stuff, man. Like people people like to collect stupid shit and find value in it. And
I collect vinyl fucking records, and I am not that embarrassing.
But it's a Starbucks cup with a hat on it, with a bear. Hey, you know what? They log into mine. If you care about the Starbucks cup, go to your computer, log into Minecraft, set up one of the crafting tables, put together a revolver, and kill yourself. Set up a revolver, go visit your parents, put the revolver in your dad's nightstand, and while your parents sleep, go into dad's nightstand. This is getting dark.
Get the revolver. Yes. People, oh God. So it's a collectible thing. That makes it by like a hair. That makes it more respectable than just the people that were screaming about there's no Christmas trees on my Starbucks cup when I went and got my shitty coffee. It's the war on Christmas.
Hey man,
buddy, if that's a war on Christmas, then I need to get a bloomin' onion on Veterans Day, because I am a veteran of the war on Christmas. I'm 30 years old and I'm on one. I say these kids, Dan. These kids.
I say happy holidays just because it's easier to say that than to say Merry Christmas and then Happy New Year. Like, just lump everything in together. It's simple.
I don't say any of the above. And this dates back to when I was in high school working at Lowe's. Hey, you have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, you have a good one. My answer is always, yeah, you have a good one. Have a good whatever. I don't, and that's not a political take. That's not a, hey, I'm trying to account for everybody. I have never once in my life given that much of a fuck about somebody that I don't know.
I mean,
I'm going to give it, have a good one. Get out of it. Celebrate what you want to celebrate. Be who you want to be. Get out of my face. I'm the old man that yells at the clouds. I literally did this morning, by the way. Holy shit.
I don't know. I like the non-drama. I'll just say happy holidays and keep it moving. Keep it pushing.
Keep it moving.
I don't care that much. Like, it is what it is. Like, I've been told I've ruined Christmas like for the past 5 years. Like, whatever.
I'm so
personally,
you single-handedly have ruined Christmas. Oh, you're talking about the
my full-time job. Yeah.
The cobalt mines.
Yeah. I've been told that multiple times.
At the cobalt mines. Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean,
I can see that. People like their precious metals for their phones and stuff. And yeah, you come in and they feel like you're making their life harder. Okay, I can see it. I can understand it. I have not been on the receiving end of something that personal, but there have definitely been times where at the chalk factory I have sat back and I've been the one that's been like, "Hey, you're kind of ruining the holiday spirit, guys. You're kind of screwing me out of time with my family or whatever."
It is what it is. I mean, they got to make their money.
Man, I don't want to get into the observation corner too early, but like
observation. I mean, I just had a couple thoughts. I do have mine.
You're doing it too? I love that. What was I going to say? Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe it's because of my birthday and the fact that my back hurts now and all the rest of it. But I've just developed this total lack of care for things in the general public.
like what?
Brother, stop. Well, I live in our fine nation's capital, right? I live with a lot of God-fearing Democrats, and I end up interacting with a lot of Republicans. Am I old? Am I cynical? Or am I correct to just sit back and observe these people talking about some of this stuff? Like the Mamdani thing, right? Zoran Mamdani seems like a good dude. First politician in a while that I can actually like. I would love to get a beer with Bernie Sanders. But Mamdani is one of the first people in a while where I sit back and I go, okay, I could envision myself getting a beer with this guy. I don't live in New York City. You don't live in New York City. 99% of the people that I follow on Instagram, Twitter, all of the social media, they don't live in New York City. So in what world am I supposed to give a flying fuck about the mayor of New York City?
I think it's just because New York is is the biggest city in the world. It's our biggest city. It's a global city. I mean, it's an important city.
I mean, yeah. I like. So that that is the honest man's answer, right? Obviously, he's a political. He's a bellwether. He's a canary in a coal mine. He is.
I mean, it's the biggest city in
course.
The country, one of the biggest cities in the world, and his influence can influence other cities for better or for worse. I hope it's always for the better. I mean, but like that's probably where a lot of like I'm empathizing with.
I mean,
some
outside of their,
and I'm just like, well, yeah, like that is where my head's at.
And outside of their sports teams, yeah, New York's a cool city. It's filled with cool people. It's a city of opportunity, and that's awesome. But even your answer to that, right, is by definition detached. You are no longer a New York City resident. So you're looking at it in a very analytical stance, and I pose the question as an analytical question. My frustration and my kind of fuck you attitude comes from listening to people that talk about it as if this is their home. I'm talking to people in Washington, D.C. where they're like, oh, the win for all of us that is Zoran Mamdani. What do you mean a win for you? He could not physically reach out and touch you in any way possible. Stop. Focus on the world around you, please. Like it's the inner. We're not a political podcast. We're classified as comedy, so I won't take too much more time on that. But like, oh my god, just stop with a giant AH. Yeah. Stop.
Nothing. I mean, living in Boston, not much is really going to change about the way I live here. I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same. I mean, but maybe people in more conservative parts of the country are looking to it as like, oh, well, if he can get elected, maybe my local mayor can be just as progressive, and maybe, I mean, maybe it will influence other people to get into politics and to be more politically active, I guess. So and for that I
You need the
yeah,
you
you
need the
absolutely
figureheads.
do. So, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people look at him as like inspiration, like, oh wow, like maybe I want to get into politics, maybe I want to do something, like maybe I can do something in my local city, like, just that's how I look at it. I mean, and I think it's a great win for the city of New York, and good luck to everyone in New York. That's a great win.
And you also have a little bit of a privilege when it comes to that kind of thing. Doing something that we both
Yeah.
love when you had your radio show, right? Like you're living proof of like, okay, if you do a grassroots kind of thing, if you fight to get yourself like a little bit of a platform, like it's not exactly
Right.
the same. It's music versus politics, but it's still the same thing. Like you have the privilege of being living proof of like, hey, I could sit back and have my own radio show and showcase, what's going on in the city around me
Yeah.
and driving people towards the arts. That like that's a yeah, there's an overlap there that I can't off the cuff explain it to everybody as much as I would like to, but I can see it, and I think that anybody within the sound of my voice with a couple of spare brain cells to think about it can see what I'm kind of driving at. I think, yeah,
Can we get off of politics now?
I don't
Get
know.
back to
Yeah, I'm I'm tired and cynical. You guys can yell at me in the comments or the emails.
yeah, we
or
went
the
from Patriots
Instagrams or
talk,
whatever.
talking about them, like I don't even know if we finished talking about them, but then we went to Starbucks Cup, Happy Holidays, and War on Christmas, to that. Insane.
Where's my bloomin' onion? That's all. All of this to put a bow on it. The entire thing is that if you people can be mad about a Starbucks cup, then I deserve a bloomin' onion on November 11th. Next subject. Um, so do we have anything else on the Patriots? Is there anything, or actually, I'll hopscotch my own question. How much of the media availability for Mike Vrabel have you
I
seen?
haven't seen a lot of it, to be fair. I don't look into a lot of his interviews. Why?
Because it's I had the thought the other day, Mike Vrabel is doing what Bill Belichick thought he was doing for the past, let's be charitable, 15 years. Anytime Belichick got to the podium, he was a meme. He was cold. He was detached. He didn't want to talk. He wasn't going to give you anything more. He wasn't going to give you what you asked for regardless. He wasn't going to give you anything more than maybe 3/4 of what you asked for. And I think that part of that was brand building and Belichick trying to market the Patriot way, keeping everything in house, being just putting up the walls. And I think that the way that Vrabel is doing pretty much exactly that with a whole lot
Absolutely.
more personality.
He's kind of the blend of Bill Belichick and Gerard Mayo. I said it last week. He, as being a former player, I have seen some of clips of his like press conferences. He gives the media just a little bit, but not a lot. Whereas Gerard Mayo kind of gave a little too much at times, and he kind of Gerard Mayo put his foot in his mouth way too often. There was Walk Back Monday with Gerard Mayo, which happened way too often.
Yep.
He's like that perfect balance.
Yeah, I think Vrabel, with the increased media attention, with the sideline interviews, in between quarters, with the name dropping, with like Karen in particular, but a couple of other people like the guys from WEEI and stuff like that. Belichick's formula worked in the early 2000s and in the 90s, being that like raised by Bill Parcells, cold, glib. We're on to Cincinnati. I don't want to talk about that. I'm not a doctor. He that worked for a long time and it built his brand, and then his brand got really old and didn't really work. And I think Mike Vrabel is doing exactly what Bill Belichick really wanted to do at the tail end of his NFL career so far.
Yeah.
Just going to throw that in there. I'll be shocked if he doesn't end up back with the Giants.
I don't think he will.
I'm not saying to fill the current head coaching vacancy. I think 3 years from now, somebody throws him a bone, tries to get that wins record.
Especially with the Giants, that would be great.
That Cinderella story, and I hate the New York Giants. I would love to see it. You come back home and you finally break your record that you've always said that you wanted to get to, and I would love it. But no, I think Vrabel just has this he has all of the no nonsense personality of Belichick with a keen understanding that people need to buy in. For people to buy into you as a person, you have to have a personality. You have to be personable.
People like him.
And yeah, anybody that's met him, anybody that's been around him. And there's for me, there's 1 degree of separation between me and Mike Vrabel. And everybody that I know that has ever met the guy is just like, oh my God, Vrabel, he is, what a guy. Nobody said that about Belichick. And there's 1 degree of separation between me and Bill Belichick. You never heard, I never heard the people that I knew that were in those circles talking about, oh my God, Bill Belichick. We had lunch and he was so personable and we talked and most people were just like, yeah, I got the opportunity to meet Bill.
I heard if you ever run into Bill Belichick, don't ever mention football to him because he'll just walk away. Don't ever talk about football with him because he's just not interested.
I believe it. And also being that old and being that entrenched in football and everything else, I'm sure you and I have definitely both talked about it on this podcast. If you know what I mean when I say that I work at the chalk factory, if you know what Dan means when he's working
Cobalt.
at the, what did I call it? The cobalt mine. If someone were to walk up to us on the street and start talking about work, now I'm the one logging into Minecraft.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Stop. I don't stop. I don't want it. If I'm not on the clock, I would love to talk about any number of topics forever and ever. Amen.
I mean, I'm
Please
down to
don't talk to me about my day
talking
job.
about it for a little bit. I like it, but there are other things I'd prefer to talk about. But I will talk to somebody about it. It doesn't matter to me.
You also have the cobalt mine is a
That's
little bit
true.
more fun than the chalk factory. I think you get. I think the experiences at the cobalt mine are a little bit. They might be a little bit more rewarding.
Absolutely.
But when people reach out to you about hey, you have a friends and family discount on that cobalt.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that 9 times out of 10, when somebody reaches out and goes hey, I need some cobalt. Can you help me out? There's a little part of you
that's a lot of those. That doesn't come up ever. Every once in a while it will, but
really? Oh, I've got it once a month. Somebody's reaching out and being like, hey, you got any deals on that chalk? And I have to sit back and be like, I'm not going to lie. It's usually people that I love dearly anyway. But I still sit back and I'm like, now I got to jump through the hoops to get there. Yeah, what do you need? What color of chalk do you want? I can get it to you in this number of days.
My mom has a discount. And also, my parents are a half hour from New Hampshire. So, works out in that sort of way. Yeah. Yeah,
you got that.
I'm talking about chalk.
You're talking about chalk, not cobalt. Yeah, chalk's real cheap in New Hampshire. It's real easy to go up and get some chalk in New Hampshire. Yeah, buddy. All right. Anything else on Patriots front or any of the other topics that we have now covered?
I mean, I'm trying to think. Just looking at this playoff picture, I just find it interesting. So Patriots are sitting at number 1 seed. We got the Broncos, the 2nd seed, Colts at the 3rd seed, and the Ravens have jumped over the Steelers and are now the 4th seed. They are the division winners of their division. That's crazy. 5th seed is the Chargers, 6th seed is the Jaguars, 7th seed is the Bills. Steelers, Texans, and the Chiefs are out of the playoff race currently. I still believe in Kansas City. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be a hard.
I still believe in I still believe in
absolutely.
Kansas City, and I still believe in Buffalo. You have to be. It's great. Those are great numbers. This is a great way to be walking into Thanksgiving break.
You'd be foolish. Foolish not to be afraid of.
I'm
Kansas
wary.
City. Any of us would be.
Even if they just break into a wild card, like that is still a championship built team. They could walk into a wild card spot. Wild card. Does anyone else smell toast?
You mean wild card spot?
No, it's just me. They could walk into a wild card spot and just clean the table up. That you can't underestimate your enemies. So they worry me. Buffalo worries me.
Especially either of those teams going into Gillette. Like that is
Denver's feisty.
I don't know if I would.
I'm not putting any money on them yet, but they're flirty.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. I mean, out of the 3 teams that are in the hunt, Steelers, Texans, or Chiefs, I would take the Chiefs all day long. Out of the 3 wild card spots, the Chargers, Jaguars, or Bills, I'd probably take the Jags out if I had to guess. That's the team I probably believe in the least. It's either the Jaguars, the Chargers. Those are the 2 teams I'm like, I don't know. I'm not convinced.
I don't know.
NFC, we got the Rams sitting at the number 1 spot, Eagles at 2, Bears at 3, Bucks at 4. They're still leading that division, but Panthers are playing tonight. I guess that game just started. Panthers are also 6-5, so that division might come down to the last couple days. Seahawks at 5, Packers at 6, and then 49ers at 7-4 at the 7th spot. And then in the hunt, it's the Lions, Panthers, and Cowboys.
Apropos of nothing, and I'm probably jinxing it by even saying it out loud, and it'll sound even funnier when this episode comes out tomorrow and everybody looks at the stat sheet and figures it out. But if someone could take out Christian McCaffrey's knees, I might actually win another game in fantasy football, and that would be really nice. So,
thank you.
You're welcome. Still a little salty, but as it stands right now, I'm 8 points ahead of my competition. If we can keep Christian McCaffrey under 8 points, I win my third game of the season, which probably keeps me out of the toilet bowl running. So please, somebody just gun for Christian McCaffrey, and please don't let him score.
You're already in that running.
That he's projected to score.
You could play You could play spoiler.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I can't even play spoiler if I lose this week. I need somebody just get Christian McCaffrey off the board, and I'll be okay. I just don't want to be the last, but I'm probably going to be last.
I think it's pretty clear that the Rams look like the best team in that conference. They look like the best team in the league right now, honestly, with how they're playing. He has played.
Stafford's just ridiculously good.
I think they're going to give it to Stafford this year, the MVP. He's been playing out of his mind. He's been fantastic.
He's just a lights out quarterback, and he has been for a while. But it's crazy knowing his age and knowing it's really it's really kind of a commentary on Detroit, on the Lions, that like he was always kind of it's Matt. Yeah, Matt Stafford's a pretty good quarterback.
Matthew
the Lions
Statford,
are meh.
like stat pad, because he would pad his stats at the end of the game, like when they were like, so they weren't going to win.
Yeah, and yeah, ever since you joined the Rams, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I didn't know the second coming of Tom Brady was already in the league. This is insane. He's ridiculously good, and I'm with you. If I were putting money on anybody from the NFC right now, it would be the Rams.
I mean,
I'm not counting that guy out.
What I like sports for is like good storylines. Matthew Stafford is a good story in the NFL. I think he will probably, writers like good stories. They're gonna like I think Matthew Stafford is going to be MVP this season. Then we got the Eagles at 2. Eagles have been looking shaky the last 3 weeks. They've
been shaky all season.
They look so shaky.
Not last year's Eagles.
I don't know what happened. I mean, they blew a 21-point lead to the Cowboys.
They're just the downfield threat is not there. The defense is on the wrong side of bend,
just
don't
looks
break.
Slow,
and
Saquon he doesn't look right.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the entire offense. They just look like they don't pass the smell test. They don't pass the eye test. They look. That's the word for it. They just look slow, and I can't tell if that's an ego thing. Like, we're the Eagles, we can do this. Or if that's hey, do you have a little bit more talent aging out than you think you do? Are you like, I can't get a read on what the problem is, but yeah, they look slow.
The Bears keep pulling close wins out of their asses. They've been a good story. I don't know if I can trust them over the Lions or the Packers. I think I would prefer the Packers or the Lions over them. But they've been a great story.
I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. But man, if it's not a Boston team, I do like to see Chicago teams win. I remember sitting on a brick wall with you in the middle of a snowstorm, listening to the Cubs win. If it's not Boston, I'd prefer it to be
Buccaneers,
Chicago.
They've had a tough season. They've had a lot of really bad injuries. Really impactful injuries. They've also had a tough schedule
and rough.
I mean, they lost to the Eagles.
A rough schedule.
Yeah, lost to the Eagles. Lost to Detroit. Lost to us. Lost to Buffalo. Lost to the Rams. I mean, their last 3 games. I mean, they started 6-2 and they've lost 3 straight. I mean, but 3 tough games. But they do have an easy schedule coming up against. It looks like. They're playing the Cardinals. Then they got the Saints, Falcons, Carolina, which is going to be a very important game for them, Miami, and then Carolina again. So they could potentially win out. That would not shock me. Those are pretty beatable teams in theory.
Yeah.
Seahawks, I feel like they've only really beaten up bad teams, and I don't know how I feel about Sam Darnold. He's been playing great. He's played great to start off the season. I don't know. They have a really good defense.
Another one I don't trust.
Their defense is fantastic. I could see them being definitely having a wild card. I think they will slip in if I had to guess. Why is my internet being slow? Then the Packers, similar to the Eagles, just up and down all season. They've been red hot, but they've also given up some games. I don't know what's going on with that offense. It's just doesn't look right. 49ers in that last playoff position, 7-4. Brock Purdy, he's back playing. They've had a lot of injuries this season as well. They just cut Brandon Ayuk, who signed that massive deal, which is he wasn't doing anything for them this season anyways. But that's kind of shocking that he was released by that team.
Yeah, neither of those teams both of them just fall into the same category that we've talked about a couple of times. Like it doesn't pass the smell test. It doesn't. Like I've watched those games, and we're not there. And I'm not worried about it. You might gain yourself a playoff berth, but that's the most I think you're
Lions. I think I still believe in the Lions, man. I'm rooting for them. I want them to do well. I just like him. I like Dan Campbell. I like that team. Jared Goff has kind of had a resurgence. Yep. Like it's crazy that I've never seen a trade for both teams kind of work out in their favor. Like the Rams got Matthew Stafford out of that.
Yeah.
Lions got Jared Goff and like a couple picks out of that. And that has just been
it was mutually assured, kind of. Don't flame me in the comments or whatever. It was mutually assured victory.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously more victory for the Rams. But it was instead of mutually assured destruction, it was mutually assured victory for both teams. I mean, they got their guys.
That was a trade that benefited 100%. Both teams. That was usually like one team definitely gets hosed. Yeah, it did.
Motherfuck the market, though.
I mean, well, we haven't had to trade for a quarterback in a while, so it's good for us.
It could be argued that was that market shift because of that trade was part of the reason for Bill Belichick's downfall.
Yeah,
but it was that was one of the chess pieces on the board that really kind of screwed over what he was trying to do post Brady, and it can be directly linked to that trade and the type of money that teams started talking about
because I mean, I would say it's not even just that trade itself. It was probably all the other trades that were going down as well, like Deshaun Watson, which has not worked out.
Deshaun Watson
at all, probably the worst just trade in NFL history, or at least it's up there. It's probably top 2 or 3. You had Russell Wilson.
Well, making that contract guaranteed money was
Russell Wilson
disaster, and then Russ getting bumped around for years at this point.
I mean, Russell Wilson played himself out of being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was a conversation that I had, like a while ago. I think it was with a friend of the podcast and my cousin Bobby. If Tom Brady is Jesus Christ, Russell is the Antichrist. Tom spends a decent amount of his career being tied up in this controversy of, well, is it Tom Brady or is it Bill Belichick? Is it the system or is it the guy? Like, there's all this debate. And then Brady turns around and goes to Tampa Bay and wins a Super Bowl the first year and remains competitive even while he flip-flops on a retirement. Russell Wilson, did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, he won one.
Did he get one?
He wasn't.
He
wasn't the reason they won that Super Bowl, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. But he gets one. He goes to another, and he is this franchise quarterback. And everybody and their grandmother, even the Super Bowl that they played against the Patriots, everybody talked in the lead up to that game. Oh, he's got this beautiful just moon ball, this rainbow ball, and he's such a, what a ridiculously good quarterback, and he's so great. And, Pete Carroll's a great defensive-minded coach, but they've got a stud at quarterback, and he just makes everything happen. And then he loses Pete Carroll, and then he goes to Denver.
Yeah.
And then he goes to, where's he at right now? The Giants? Like, he gets tossed around a couple of places, and all of a sudden you're looking at Russell Wilson and going, is that Russell Wilson or Ryan Fitzpatrick? I can't tell. Like maybe it was Pete Carroll on that side.
I think Russ wanted a little bit more credit. He wanted to be able to do what he wanted to do, and that's where we got the let Russ cook. And then the kitchen was shut down because of health code violations. I mean, he wanted to throw the ball around, and you gotta run it, buddy. Gotta run the ball. Can't just run it every single down. Otherwise, you're just gonna
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, huh,
You're not Cam Newton.
we can get to Cam in a minute.
Or Lamar
Speaking
Jackson.
of Cam, Panthers 6-5. They're also in the mix, which is kind of surprising. They have a tough schedule coming ahead. They got the Rams. Oop, if my computer wants to load with the schedule. Yes. They got the Bucks twice. They got the 49ers and they got the Rams. Those are tough games. I don't know if I believe in them enough to get it done. I think I would stick with the Bucks. I think I still believe in the Bucks here to be the division winners.
All right.
Yeah. Speaking of Cam Newton, did you hear what he said about Drake May and then Drake May's comments? This stupid back and forth.
I did not physically see any of it. I saw basically Cam went on one of the sports talk shows and said, I don't believe in the Patriots. Quarterback Drake May, he's a little bit of he's iffy. And a reporter asked Drake, hey, did you see, Cam said this on whatever the show, First Take, I think, was where Cam was the guest or whatever. And Drake was like, I don't even know what show he was on. And then Cam bit back the next day and was like, of course, Cam and Stephen A. Smith or one of the other guys was like, of course you know what show it was on. We're the number one morning show.
That's like the type of show that like that's the type of show you watch in passing.
Neither do I.
Like while you're waiting to get your like oil changed. You know what I mean? Or it's like the type of show you watch when you're at the airport bar chilling for like a couple, like killing time.
Not even the airport bar. There's a specific place. Let's say that the conversation, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's say that it was happening on Sports Center, right? There are precisely 3 shows when I am in a hotel room that no matter what time of day, no matter where I am, no matter what hotel, if I sit back in a hotel room and turn the TV on, I can watch Sports Center, I can watch Forensic Files, and I can watch NCIS. Those are the definitive 3. There's nothing else. Those are the first 3 things they program. Cable networks program their schedules and the channels so that when you open up a hotel room TV, you can watch one of those 3 shows. So the only reason that whatever show Cam was on may or may not be ranked as the number 1 sports show is because there is an incredible amount of traveling businessmen and families on vacation that turn on the TV and go, okay, let's catch up on some sports news. That's it. And the only reason they go to Sports Center is because Forensic Files, for some reason, is not the one that's on. And NCIS is one of the episodes that they've already seen 45 times because it doesn't matter where you are in the country. You can watch NCIS even if you don't have a subscription to a streaming service.
I saw one funny video online. It was by Will Campbell Lover, and it had like the Cam Newton it had the Cam Newton soundbite in it.
I love Patriot
and then
fans.
It proceeded to show all the Cam like fuck ups from that COVID season, like all the interceptions and bad when he was with the Patriots with like the clown music in
when
the
he
background.
was with the Patriots. They should have said it to the they should have said it to the Curb Your Enthusiasm thing.
Like, oh, that was
bum bum
that
bum
was too funny. I can't believe that was hilarious.
Just aren't you if you're a listener to the Pack You Run, aren't you so glad that you get to listen to us talk about this instead of those yahoos? Actually, if you're this far still listening to us talk about this, you probably do listen to those yahoos. But isn't this so much better?
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see what this got a little bit of a longer week this week.
Let's coming up with Thanksgiving.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. I'm so ready for turkey.
Dude,
And
Those
then
are the
day
best.
after Thanksgiving sandwiches. That's I was talking to a couple of coworkers about it the other day. One of my coworkers, who is actually no longer a coworker, but she asked me, she was like, "What? Why is that so important to people? Why is it? Why do they love the leftovers so much?" Because never in your life do you make a meal where you are so certain that your leftovers are going to be that good and that your leftovers are going to be used that well.
I can't.
Black Friday, the Saturday sandwich, you just pile up. You finally reach that point after you've digested however much you stuff yourself with on Thanksgiving. And then Friday or Saturday, you finally reach that point where you're like, yeah, I got to eat.
Heat up some of that gravy.
Pile one of those sandwiches
dip the sandwich
together.
into it.
Oh. Dan, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
I'm ready.
It's gonna
give it to me.
It's gonna do these nuggets.
Wait to see what's waiting for me over in DC. All right. You said that you had observations. I've done it 2 weeks in a row. I want to see what your little errant
4 of them.
Notes are.
Not a lot, but I like them. $900 in all $5 bills.
$900.
Yes.
$900 in all $5 bills.
Somebody came to the Cobalt mine. And they bought $900 worth of whatever in all $5 bills. So I had to sit there. Yes.
So 180 individual bills.
Incredible. I was like, how? And they weren't even like you know how like you go to the bank and they're like crisp like bills? They weren't crisp. They were like old. No, they weren't. No. They weren't wet.
Were they wet?
No.
Please tell me they weren't.
They weren't wet. But
okay.
Yeah. You couldn't just give me $900 bills. Like you couldn't just like or $50 bills or 20s.
It almost would have been better if they had handed you 900 individual dollar bills.
Yes.
$180 bills totaling $900. $185 bills. And they just like
I have no idea.
Pull them out of their wallet and start dude.
How?
Just to go to the ATM, deposit the money, and just give me a card. 180 individual bills.
Yes.
Yeah, that's worth
second one.
That's worth a note.
Bruce Springsteen, Stolen Valor? ? And yes.
Bruce Springsteen, Stolen Valor.
So
all right, what? Give me the context.
Let me explain.
What could that possibly mean?
So we saw the Bruce Springsteen biopic like last week, and the movie was okay. Like it wasn't what I was wanted really, but I was coming home from work and I was like, oh, I'm in a Bruce Springsteen mood. I'm going to listen to The River, since that was the album before Nebraska. That was the movie that just came out. It was about the making of Nebraska. So I was like, let me brush up on The River. And so I'm listening to it, and
yeah, I'm
like listening to the song The River, like after the album, and it got to the line where I actually have the lyrics pulled up. I got a job working construction for the Johnstown Company, but lately there ain't been much work on account of the economy. And I sat back on the subway on the B line of the Green Line, and I was like, bitch, you're a musician. You've never worked a union job in your fucking life. This is stolen valor. I was like,
So stolen valor. Okay. Yeah, Springsteen, I think it's part of the reason why a lot of the punk guys that I listen to have so much like disdain for Springsteen is exactly that, where they're like, we grew up touring in vans, and when we weren't on tour, when we weren't recording, we were working these construction jobs, and we were part of unions, and we were like, there's a lot of stuff that I listen to that's like working class music. And then you listen to Bruce Springsteen, who like struggled in his own right with the music business. But yeah, every once in a while you sit back and listen to those lyrics and you're like, shut up. You don't know.
Like, you're not real working
Stolen
class.
valor is
You are a famous
hilarious,
musician, buddy.
Or I'm sorry to those that I might offend in my friend groups, but every single one of you that plays country music that talks about, back on the whiskey-soaked roads, and you grew up in the suburbs of North Carolina, you fucking faker. Don't give me that. That is stolen valor. That is... Yep, I love that. That's all. Bruce Springsteen, stolen valor. All right, I'm buying what you're selling.
Writing a song, and he is painting a picture, but also, yeah, I guess it's for art. But stolen valor.
Yeah, art is art.
When you say I did this, I got a job working construction. I'm like,
did you though?
Next one. 7 days to put my clothes away after laundromat. It took me 7 days to put my clothes away.
I feel this one in my bones.
Doing them.
Was it your lovely girlfriend that finally convinced you to, or was this a you sitting and looking at the pile of clothes and being like,
her.
I have to do something about this?
Like, hey, this is in the way. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yep. This morning I just did the same thing. I did a couple of loads of laundry before my trip to Nashville, and it was just today that I was looking at the pile of clothes in the corner of my room, and I was finally like,
yeah,
it's time. I gotta get these sorted and folded and put away. And that's over 14 days. So
yeah, right.
If you're feeling bad about that, at least your buddy is way worse off.
My final one is, this isn't a tea party, hit him. So
this isn't a tea
Saturday
party,
night,
hit him.
We were at Notch Brewery in Brighton. I want to say Brighton. And they had jousting. So like they had these fucking people like in like full like chainmail and other shit, like just hitting each other with swords.
Chainmail.
And it was, let me tell you something, it was sick. And this is something that I yelled. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Was it electric?
I yelled this.
This was something you yelled. That's awesome. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. That's all. This isn't a tea party. Hit him.
There's something about violence that just
that's awesome, Dad.
And yell things and just be irrational.
Yup.
Fucking hit him.
Tea party. Hit him. Finish him. That's magnificent. I see. This is why I started this bit, because I knew we would get some hilarity. This isn't a tea party. Hit him.
Make it.
I think that has to be the title of the episode. This isn't a tea party. Hit him. Oh, that's I'm gonna make sure that I do that right now. I can do it right from my phone. That's perfect. This isn't a tea party. Hit him.
There's children around. I shouldn't be like yelling and swearing like fucking hit him. I shouldn't be doing that. Like, come up with something creative to yell. Like,
that I'll give you that. That's creative. I love that.
You're losing it.
What's funny, what's great is that I can hear it. I can hear it in my mind's ear.
Yeah, like
I can
you're
hear
not there. Like,
this isn't
you're
a
hitting
tea
each other with
party.
swords. You're not there to sit down and drink tea and like eat biscuits. fight.
Fight. Exactly.
But yeah, I only those are the ones I got.
So those were your notes from the week. All right. I'll start with mine. The first one we kind of already touched on was Will Campbell's stud. Before the game, well, a couple of days before the game, I was watching one of the sports shows, and they were showing Will Campbell highlights at the bar. And I was like, it just quick recovery to him. Apparently, from what I've heard, it's only a sprain, so no big issues. A couple of weeks of recovery will get him back when we need him most. But yeah, Will Campbell, just good dude, backed hard. I love that guy.
Glove boy.
My second note is
Who's
glove boy.
Glove boy?
Glove boy. So I am a glove boy. So for years, since we were in college, I have been telling myself that I need a pair of gloves. Every time it gets cold outside,
Yeah.
I walk around and I go, I need some gloves, I need some mittens, I need something. And then every time a gift giving opportunity comes up, or, I've got some spare cash in my wallet, I never think to be like, oh, I need a pair of gloves. Well, the other day at, 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm making my way to work and it's freezing cold. And I finally get into work and de-thaw and get a couple of cups of coffee in me. And I go, all right, it's time. I'm buying gloves. And I shelled out for the expedited shipping to get some smart wool gloves. And Dan is laughing at me right now because they're fingerless gloves, right? But they're not, because they're the convertible fingerless gloves to mittens, and they are ridiculously comfortable and so warm, because smart wool, which is another note that I have further down after actually getting to use the gloves, because I wrote this down when I ordered them. The other note that I have about these, it says smart wool, the fabric of our lives.
No.
Do you remember cotton? Cotton, the fabric of our lives? I have.
No.
That was like a marketing campaign. You don't remember cotton, the fabric of our lives? There were like commercials. It was like Got Milk. It was like the American Cotton Growers convention or whatever. They had literal TV spots that was like, cotton, the fabric of our lives. It was a whole marketing campaign. But I am a smart wool believer. I love their socks. I've got one of their flannels, and now I have their gloves. It's like a wool and polyester blend kind of deal. These things are awesome. They're tiny and compact and fit right in the front pouch of my backpack, so I can keep them on me. I have gloves now, and they are awesome. I'm a glove boy.
I don't know where to begin.
I'm a glove believer.
It's not that cold in DC. Come on, you don't need gloves. Oh, come on. That's not that bad.
It was literally 30 degrees at 6 a.m. I'm not breaking out the winter jacket or anything yet, but my hands were cold. I have extremities, Dan.
Sure.
And bad blood circulation. My feet and my hands get cold. I needed gloves, and I was excited about gloves, so I wrote about the fact that I got gloves.
They are needed in the winter for sure. It's almost there. I mean,
it's starting to get to that
I
point.
can't even find my winter stuff right now. It's probably in a box somewhere. Probably dig it out eventually.
We're starting to get there.
Oh yeah.
If you have to get up in the morning, though,
Glove boy. You're gonna be
chilly.
You're gonna be warmer with mittens.
My next one, glove boy. That's why they're convertible. You can make the fingerless gloves into mittens.
This is
awesome.
What you get excited about being 30.
I get all my dexterity, but then I can keep my fingers warm.
You've never seen them before?
This is a genius. It was a genius idea before I was 30, and now it's. Of course, I've seen them before, but I never thought to actually purchase them. And then Smart Wool had them.
You're a victim of marketing, aren't you?
The only thing that would have been better is that if they were LL Bean, Yes,
Okay,
yes, I am.
fine. You
But
know
my
what?
hands are.
You got
I'm
me
a victim
there.
of marketing whose hands are warm. So fuck you. I got a few more. My next one, same conversation that I had with my coworker about my hands being cold. I was wearing my title fight hoodie, and I mentioned that as a segue into you and I becoming friends and roommates. And I still have that hoodie, and I still think it's one of the funniest things that's ever happened. Arguing with my mother in a hotel room because my aunt had bought me a University of New Haven sweatshirt. It was like, why don't you, we're going to an accepted student's day. Why don't you wear your UNH hoodie? I was like, because we're going to be at UNH. So I'm going to wear this hoodie because maybe somebody will know the band. And then we sat down in that gymnasium, and you and your parents sat down. Were you in front of us or behind us? Yeah, I think you guys sat down in front of me, and you turned around and you were like scanning the room, and you were like, "Oh, Title Fight! I love that band. That band's sick." And I remember the entire rest of that day looking at my mom and being like, "Fucking gotcha." I knew it. I knew it would work. So yeah, the Title Fight hoodie still lives.
I have that a loss for words hoodie anymore. It's like lost somewhere. I was wearing
the lost for words hoodie
one.
the accepted students day, or was it Have Heart? Was it the Have Heart hoodie?
Yeah.
I just have so many memories of you in the Have Heart straight edge hoodie, drinking beers.
Okay.
I got two more. Big Bird Challenger. You sent me that video, and I watched the whole 25-minute thing and was just giggling.
You actually sat through all of it. I watched maybe.
I sat through the entire thing. What if Big Bird had been on the Challenger
videos, and it wasn't. It was actually pretty informative.
So did I.
Yeah, it came up on my YouTube recommended.
It was very well put together.
I was watching it on the TV, and I was like, I looked at Justine. I was like, should I send this to AJ? No context. It was before I even watched it.
I started giggling as soon as I saw that notification come up. I was like, yes, of course, Big Bird Challenger. What if Big Bird was on the Challenger? Why wasn't Big Bird on the Challenger? All your answers will be answered. For anybody interested, I'm sure if you search that on YouTube, it'll be, you'll know the thumbnail.
Well, apparently, I thought it was just going to be a jokey, meme, haha video. Just like a dark humor video, but it's actually interesting. So they did the teacher in space program, and before that they were like, what if we sent Big Bird up in space? And then they were like, actually no, let's stick with the teacher thing. Teacher thing is good, which
what if we
and it wasn't. Yeah.
The teacher will be fine. The teacher was not fine. But oh my god.
Well,
the generation of kids
you can't
that
just
wouldn't have been able to watch Sesame Street
after seeing him after seeing Big Bird explode in the sky
after something like that. Yeah, how do you explain that? How do you the next week on Sesame Street after one of the greatest disasters in American history? How do you explain And by the way,
Yeah.
this week on Sesame Street, Big Bird teaches you about the letter B. That's no, Big Bird would be done. It would be a whole episode on why Big Bird is no longer part of Sesame Street. That would have been the end. And my last note ties into this. Speaking of dark humor, I watched the whole Big Bird video, and as it was wrapping up, I opened up my notes app and I typed Mr. Peanut. Because that's, for those that don't know, there's a clip from the Today Show on 9/11/2001, and there was a man in the gaggle of people behind the taping of the Today Show, all in Rockefeller Center or wherever, and one of those people is dressed as Mr. Peanut. And I have often posed the question to my friends, what would break your brain faster? Witnessing the fall of the Twin Towers, wearing a Mr. Peanut costume, or running from the wreckage, trying to find safety in the wake of that disaster, and as you run, turning to your side and seeing Mr. Peanut running next to you.
Yeah.
Which one breaks your brain faster? Either way,
that tweet gets
you're getting committed.
Like every couple months,
but
it's funny because one of my really good friends, that's his tweet. that goes viral every couple months.
It's so, and just whether you're observing Mr. Peanut or you are Mr. Peanut, the absurdity of witnessing something like that, and also having your brain wrap around the fact that I'm either looking at or in the Mr. Peanut costume is, for me, it wouldn't matter if I was in the costume or if I was running away and saw somebody in the costume running next to me. Either way, my brain would shatter. My brain would immediately become chilly. I would no longer be functioning. And something about that Big Bird video, immediately I was like, yes, the Mr. Peanut conundrum.
I feel like they took that costume. They were like, I thought this was going to be a funny haha, but I should probably take this off. I look kind of ridiculous.
Imagine, because it's like a bit now. People go to concerts, people go to shows, they hop into the pit wearing
a guy in
the
Boston
banana suit or a shark costume or something like that.
Does that?
You remember? Oh my God. So imagine doing that and then going to remember in Vegas, I think it was Ariana Grande was playing a big festival show thing, and then there was a shooting
at an Ariana Grande concert. Yeah.
Again, put yourself in the position of somebody who's running away from that tragedy or being the person in the ridiculous costume that's at that tragedy. That is just where I hate to sound like Sebastian Maniscalco. Aren't you embarrassed? But just wear clothes. That's all. Just, you go into a show, you're going to have a nice time. Just wear clothes. You don't have to dress up. You don't want to be Mr. Peanut. You don't want to be Mr. Peanut running down Broadway. Just wear clothes. Oh my God. You're going to space. You don't need to be in a Big Bird costume. Just wear clothes.
Yes.
Dark theater of the mind, folks. High IQ immaturity.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's it's been a week, man. Between the Patriots, the factories, and this dark theater of the mind that we just went through.
As per usual.
Off the friggin' rails. So that has been
I think so.
That has been episode, I think I'm confident in saying that has been episode 83, I think. Episode 83. This isn't a tea party. Hit him. Where we'll be back soon, hopefully with some more positive Patriots news and some more ridiculousness. And I have been AJ
Dan
Lagambina. I am at AJ is not home on most socials.
I don't know. You can You can just follow us on the Pack You Run podcasts, Pack You Run Pod on Instagram and also Twitter. Yeah, absolutely. Have a good Thanksgiving, everyone. Eat lots of turkey, watch tons of football.
We'll be back
and,
at it soon.
Have a good one. Of course.
And take a good nap after you eat that turkey. It's required. Bye-bye. Yeah, brother.